First of all, I want to address two things. I know my hat and my shirt is backwards. I'm sorry. I don't know how to fix it. And then my mustache is ridiculous. But I'm doing this to create awareness from November, okay? A lot of men that I know are participating in the movement, okay? Bringing awareness to men's health for November. But let's get into this. I just want to congratulate every single person who voted, who has put forth the effort into making this a reality. We did it. We got enough votes, enough participation. All of us who have been fighting and pushing for awareness and holding people accountable as it relates to this presidential election, we have done our due diligence. We put in the work. Everybody that has shared these videos, everybody that has shared other videos, I just want to say thank you. And it's a collective effort that we put together with faith and with perseverance and with the mind that believed that we were going to come out on the top of this. And we did it. You know, give yourself a pat on the back. We did our job. We went out and voted. And now look, President Obama is not the president anymore. He's going to be out of there. There's no more 3 terms. It's all about Donald Trump. So look, that's all. That's mostly what I want to say. I was so excited last night. I mean, I was watching my phone. I watched it on my phone. I don't have cable. I don't like cable. Waste of money. I was watching on my phone 4 hours. Looking at Florida, waiting for Pennsylvania, Iowa, Michigan, waiting for the sweep. All by myself, me and my puppy. And I just thank God that it turned out the way it did. You know, we got liberals all over the map, crying, passing out, rioting, doing all of this stuff. And I tell you what, I don't really plan to come down on them as hard as I thought I was. I wanted to just say, look, I told you, you lost, it's over. But in all actuality, I love the good speeches on all sides. I hate to say it, but Barack Obama had a really encouraging, good speech. I don't know how much he meant it, but it was a good speech. Hillary Clinton had a really good exit speech, or what do they call it? I forget the name of it. But her acceptance to President Trump being the president of the United States, she did a really good job. I think if she meant what she said, it was really, really good and encouraging. Donald Trump did an excellent job in his speech, his encouragement to bring the country together and that we need to be together. We're on one team coming from both sides. I think they all did an amazing job. Everybody else, I don't know, it's taking them a little longer to get with the program. I'm seeing so many liberals out here passing out, flipping out, getting upset, talking about how can we elect a bigot, a racist, xenophobic, whatever phobias you could come up with. Enough is enough. We're tired of hearing the excuses. Bottom line is, and this is, I think, what the vote reflected, Donald Trump is a really good person. Donald Trump really means well for this country. Donald Trump is the hope in the people having a voice, obviously. It is the beginning of our voice being, I guess, represented properly. Not the voice of big business, not the voice of these millionaires or political hacks, but the voice of the people. And I really am thankful that we have that opportunity. And for everybody out there that's crying about this, just remember, Donald Trump was the man before they tried to slander him in the media, before they tried to degrade his character and to make him out to be a bad person. He was a great guy. He did wonderful things. He's a businessman. He makes it happen. First time running for office, he made it happen. So say what you want to say, but Donald Trump is the man. And alone, he's just a man. But collectively, he created a movement. And I'm extremely excited and happy and motivated that I'm a part of the movement. And if you're just now joining, I just want to thank all of you guys for coming on here. You should give yourself a round of applause, pat on the back, go buy yourself ice cream, whatever you want to do. You should celebrate a little bit because it's because of all of us that we were able to get out the message. We were able to get out information that created awareness. I had so many people that messaged me saying, hey, man, I watch your videos and now I'm starting to think about Trump. You know, there were people like the biggest person, Katrina Pearson, the spokesperson for Donald Trump. I mean, I watched her speak when I was very early in thinking about whether or not I wanted to consider Donald Trump or not. And she blew me away. She defended Donald Trump. She came up with good ideas. She was poised. She was articulate, very smart, passionate. She encapsulated everything that resonated with me. And I could see through the bull crap, and I was able to see the truth. And then that led me to going on and doing more research, attending rallies and so forth and so on. One rally I went to, but I watched other rallies that he participated in. So listen, y'all, we did it. But the key is that it's not over. It's just the beginning. And we have to have that same fervor, that same motivation, the same positive energy, the same forgiveness that we had in the election process as we're going to have in his presidency for the next 4 to 8 years. We cannot forget that. And I told you guys yesterday, I said, it's God is in control and his will be done. So what I said was true. What you guys are saying is also true. So shout out to all the deplorables that hung in there. Shout out to everybody who consistently stayed by and supported Donald Trump, even when things looked bad, looked gloom, stayed by, kept with the word, kept the American patriotic pride, and voted for what was right. You guys are very much responsible for that. And if you see your liberal friends, don't beat them up too bad. Don't be, they hurting. And I understand, because if Hillary would have won, I'd be mad right now. I'd be mad. But obviously she didn't. And your liberal friends are going to want to jump off a cliff or something, but just meet them with love. You know, I got people that probably don't want to talk to me right now because Trump won. And then in a couple weeks, give it a couple weeks, they'll be hitting me up. They'll tell me congratulations. But the bottom line is that treat them with respect. You win people with love. You win them with compassion. And I'm not saying you can't throw it in some of your friends' face you've been going back and forth to, but at the end of the day, we can be diplomatic about it. We won. It's time for us to move forward and continue to do the things that we've done to be successful and continue to lift Donald Trump up in prayer and lift him up in us doing our part. And that's pretty much what it comes down to. So I want you guys to know that when your comments are coming through, I'm looking at them. I may not be able to respond to all of them because, I mean, they're coming rapidly. And I only can see 1 or 2 at a time. So I'll try to look at some of them if I can read it fast enough. Jessica, Vic, thank you guys for coming on. Scott, appreciate you coming on. Thank you guys. Gary, Maureen, Barry, you guys are awesome. If I missed you, I can go back and see you, and I tell you what, I appreciate you. Tracy, thank you so much for coming on here. Jason, Debbie, Lori, I think some of you guys I see all the time. Hannah, appreciate you guys coming on here. And tell you what, I saw a comment go by and I just missed it. But, you know, the thing that I think Donald Trump did really successfully is that he did bridged a lot of gaps. You know, they said that the women, he wasn't going to get the female vote, that they were going to abandon him because of whatever reason. But he did. He got a good enough significant female vote to be elected. You know, the minorities, like myself, considered to be a minority. I mean, I tell you what, it's so many of us that is sick of the status quo, sick of our communities being decimated by liberal policies. and we want change. Donald Trump was the change. Got a lot of us out to vote and got a lot of us voting Republican for the first time. Hispanics, gay, lesbian, whatever, I don't know, LB, whatever. That organization of people who have an alternative lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, whether it's sexual, whether it's relationship, whether it's same sex, whatever you want to call it. That group, I don't want to mess up the acronym, but voted for Trump. So the bottom line is that this just reveals that Trump is a unifier and that he can get things done. I'm very proud to support Donald Trump. I have been from the beginning. There were some moments where I was upset with things that he said and that he did, but overall, he's a great guy. He's a motivator. He gets things done. He has created a brilliant, successful empire and pretty much raised a very successful family. We can't forget this man hadn't been a celebrity his whole life. I mean, pretty much he had to raise a family and he has some successful, beautiful kids. And that don't come through osmosis. You have to actually put in the work to be a great parent and to raise great kids that are successful. And that he has done. And with all of his successes, with all of the promises that he has kept, with the fact that he's not bought and paid for, that is very encouraging to me. He has transitioned, given up a lot, sacrificed for us. He didn't have to do this. He could have still been living in his $1 billion home. It's probably not $1 billion for his house, but you get what I'm saying. He could have been living a lavish lifestyle with no one ever questioning his character, with no false accusations of rape, with no accusation of racism and prejudice and xenophobic behaviors and sexism, and I can't even think of all the isms. But he could have put that aside and passed the bucket to somebody else, hoping that they will make a change, but he didn't. And I think that it's encouraging for all of us who are thinking about the impossible becoming possible. I think Donald Trump has exemplified that, and that he has done an excellent job. Let us not forget that he is a great man and that the things that they said about him were not true. Donald Trump is not a racist. Donald Trump is not a sexist. He loves and appreciates all Americans. Obviously, we voted for him. He's not a sexist. He has a great business that employs many high-ranking women in his organization. And I say organization, his empire. That's what I like to say. He's treating his wife with great respect. His daughters with great respect. They turn out to be great women, very powerful women, taking over big responsibilities in his organization. He's not, his wife was an immigrant. He's not against immigration. He's for immigration, but we got to do it the right way. Illegal immigration is never acceptable. And I love that about him. I really do. I think that our country comes first. Everybody else comes second. That's the way it is. I'm sorry. We come first, you come second. We take care of our own, and what we have left over, we will divvy it up to you guys as appropriate. But at the end of the day, it's all about America. It's all about America first. And I know you guys are excited. I know I'm speaking to excitement. I mean, it was hard fought and lost a lot of friends along the way. Lost a lot of friends. And I think that it's a good thing, because the intolerable people and the people who can't understand reality and can see the truth in the direction of our country probably shouldn't be your friend in the first place. And if somebody's going to leave you and not be your friend because of your political views, they're not really your friend anyway. So we did it. And here moving forward, I'm satisfied and I'm happy that Hillary did not win, but it's not over. She still needs to be held accountable for the things that she did, the lies that she told, the oath that she broke, these emails that have disappeared, The DNC has to answer for the corruption and all of the stuff that they did. Anthony Weiner and Uma Abedin, they still have to answer for these things. And Donald Trump promised that she will be investigated more thoroughly and appropriately when he gets into office. And I wholeheartedly expect that to happen. I know she feel bad, and I know she's sorry, and she wished that she had won, but I wish that she cared enough about the American people to tell us the truth, cared enough about the American people to do right in Benghazi. I wish she cared about the American people to not funnel in money and take donations from corrupt people and sell and buy our politics in this country. You lost, but you're not off the hook. You need to be held accountable just like every other citizen. And all of these people who are doing the wrong things, Republican, Democrat alike, you need to be held accountable. It's not over now. You don't get a free pass because you didn't win. And I know I'm not the only person that feel that way. You stole from us. You hated us, secretly, privately, calling us names, whether we black, white, Hispanic, gay, using people to promote political profits. You bashed and you lied on Donald Trump. Barack Obama lied to the American people. Used taxpayer dollars, and I'm saying this because this is what I heard, because I'm believing that taxpayer dollars pay for the fuel in Air Force One, which he traveled around the country campaigning for Crooked Hillary. You owe America an apology. Your speech was good, but you owe us an apology. You can't just lie to us and just get away with it. When Donald Trump got exposed for what he did wrong, he admitted to it and he apologized for it. Period. Everybody else, you need to apologize and admit to it and also be held accountable. And the media, you need to be held accountable. You hated, you lied, you tricked, you schemed, CNN. All of y'all were against Donald Trump. You did the best you can to stop him and you did not. You owe us an apology for slandering his character, putting those women on TV that didn't deserve 20 seconds of entertainment. Then when they get busted for lying, you don't report on it. I'm not trying to be bitter, but you need to be held accountable. And it's not over because the election is over. We're going to still hold you accountable to tell America the truth, to do right by journalism. It's not acceptable anymore. This race should have open eyes to understand that you can't be crooked and make it in America, not when the will of the people have a voice. And we spoke very loudly, overwhelming, pretty much a landslide, just about, turning blue states red. And I think that the biggest thing is that it's up to us to put out information. It's up to us to continue to do what we did to make things happen. Crooked Hillary, you didn't lose your name because you lost the election. You still crooked. And I'm telling you, y'all need to come out and tell the truth and ask for forgiveness. And we're no bigger than anybody else. We're no bigger than God. And if God can forgive you, we can forgive you. But at the same time, you need to come out and keep it real. And if you can't keep it real, then hey, what can we can't help you. You're gonna have to do the time. Because there's people with families that are doing time right now for stuff smaller than what Hillary Clinton did. So, but anyway, on a lighter note, thank you guys so much. We love you here at rightalerts.com. We're going to continue. I hopefully I can continue to share with you guys and continue to be around past this election. But I'm telling you what, we're going to keep this thing going. Because it's not just an election, it's a movement. We want to see this country back to the way it is, the way it was, or the direction that it was going. It was profitable. We had jobs. We were booming. Things like that were over a compilation of those things over the years. We want to get back to the best that we can get out of all the experiences through each candidate, each presidential election. Not just one period of time, but a compilation of all of our successes being maximized and hopefully put forth in this new presidency. So I really appreciate everybody being diplomatic. All lives matter. I saw somebody just post that. We got it. I'm so excited because we can be American again. Period. All lives matter. We don't have to listen to that bullcrap talking about Black Lives Matter, this life matter, that life. No, all of us matter. American lives matter. And if you're an American, then you matter. That means if you're African American, you matter. Asian American, you matter. Hispanic American, you matter. Caucasian American, you matter. If you're an American, you matter. There's no difference. There's no cutoff point. There's no limitations. If you're an American, you live in this country, you are just as valuable as anybody else. And if you're not an American and you come to this country, I guarantee we'll treat you with respect and love. That's just the American way. That's the patriotic way. And so I love you guys. I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you being consistent. We'll keep this ball rolling. Enjoy, celebrate a success because you earned it. And I'm hoping to see great things from Donald Trump. And I really do think that he's going to do exactly what he said he's going to do. He swept the states. He swept the election just like he said he would. And he's going to hold these crooked politicians accountable. And he's going to put us in a great position here moving forward. God bless you. Y'all have a good day.